Try to keep my feet on the ground.
I know you will.
Good morning. For those of you I hired personally, it's nice to see you again. For the rest of you, I am Meredith Vickers, and it's my job to make sure you do yours. Okay then, on with the show.
Wayland Corporation, building better worlds.
Hello, friends. My name is Peter Wayland. I am your employer. I am recording this 22 June 2091. And if you're watching it, you have reached your destination. I am long dead. May I rest in peace. There's a man sitting with you today. His name is David. He is the closest thing to a son I will ever have. Unfortunately, he is not human. He will never grow old. He will never die. And yet he is unable to appreciate these remarkable gifts. For that would require the one thing that David will never have: a soul. I have spent my entire lifetime contemplating the questions: where do we come from? What is our purpose? What happens when we die? And I have finally found two people who have convinced me they're on the verge of answering. Doctors Holloway and Shaw, if you would please stand. As far as you're concerned, they're both in charge. The Titan Prometheus wanted to give mankind equal footing with the gods. For that, he was cast from Olympus. Well, my friends, the time has finally come for his return. Doctors, please. The floor is yours.
Okay. Wow. All right. Never had to follow a ghost before. Okay. Let me show you why you guys are here. These are images of archaeological digs from all over the earth. That's Egyptian, Mayan, Sumerian, Babylonian. That's Hawaiian there at the end, and Mesopotamian. Now this one here is our most recent discovery. It's a 35,000-year-old cave painting from the Isle of Skye in Scotland. These are ancient civilizations that were separated by centuries. They shared no contact with one another, and yet the same pictogram showing men worshipping giant beings pointing to the stars was discovered in every last one of them. And the only galactic system that matched was so far from Earth that there's no way that these primitive ancient civilizations could have possibly known about it. But it just so happens that that system has a sun, a lot like ours. And based on our long-range scans, there seemed to be a planet. Just one planet with a moon capable of sustaining life. And we arrived there this morning.
So you're saying we're here because of a map you two kids found in a cave, is that right?
No.
Yeah.
No, not a map. An invitation.
From whom?
We call them engineers.
Engineers? You mind telling us what they engineered?
They engineered us.
Bullshit.
Okay, so, do you have anything to back that up? No, I mean, look, if you're willing to discount 3 centuries of Darwinism, that's... Woo! How do you know?
I don't. But it's what I choose to believe.
Doctors, Miss Vickers would like to have a quick word before the adventure begins.
Wow, nice place.
It's actually a separate module with its own self-contained life support. Air, food, anything Miss Vickers would need to survive a hostile environment.
Okay, so she lives on a lifeboat.
Yes, I do. I like to minimize risk. David, why did you make the doctors a drink? I'll take a vodka.
Charlie, look. It's appalling mud pod. They only made a dozen of these.
Michelle,
Please verbally state the nature of your injury.
please don't touch that. It's a very expensive piece of machinery.
It does bypass surgery. What do you need it for?
I think there might be some confusion about our relationship. Wayland found you impressive enough to fund this mission, but I'm fairly certain your engineers are nothing but scribblings of savages living in dirty little caves. But let's say and you do find these beings down there. You won't engage them. You won't talk to them. You will do nothing but report back to me.
Miss Vickers, is there an agenda that you're not telling us about?
My company paid $1 trillion to find this place and to bring you here. Had you raised the monies yourself, Mr. Holloway, we'd happily be pursuing your agenda. But you didn't. And that makes you an employee.
We can't make contact. Why did you even bring us here?
Wayland was a superstitious man. He wanted a true believer on board. Cheers.
So no response.
I'm sorry, no.
Maybe they didn't understand it. How are your lessons going, David?
I spent 2 years deconstructing dozens of ancient languages to their roots. I'm confident I can communicate with them, provided your thesis is correct.
Provided it's correct. It's good.
That's why they call it a thesis, Doctor.
What are you smiling about?
Right, Mr. Rivera and Mr. Chance, let's take it down.
Roger that.
Yes, Captain.
Descent trajectory mapped.
How are we doing?
Great.
All right, boss.
All personnel, this is the captain. Brace for entry.
Yes, Captain.
That means you too, Vickers.
All systems online.
What is the atmosphere?
Atmosphere, 71% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, traces of argon gas.
Whoa, now that's weather.
Just like home.
Only if you're breathing through an exhaust pipe. CO2's over 3%. 2 minutes without a suit, you're dead. Peak, port side. Whoa, 52,000. Makes Everest look like a baby brother.
All right, take us round. Gonna use that as our point of entry.
Terrain data rating up. We've got a couple of hard spots. Could be metal,